Loveliest people of the world, today I would like to show you how to make an incredibly tasty shakshuka recipe. Maybe one of the best in the world. It's a great festive thing for breakfast and incredibly feasty thing for a dinner. You can use it both, and for vegetarians, it is a heaven on earth. Some of the recipes that I've checked on the internet or you might have tasted around the world, which I have also, usually have this tomato pasty, too much tomato feeling, but actually it's more like a pasty taste. And in my recipe, that won't exist, and some more small Refika details takes everything to the next level. Let's start. 80% of the recipes are gonna use this cast iron. What's wrong with cast iron? While cooking eggs?
You can scratch it.
No, you can scratch it, but you have an extra iron in your blood, not too bad. First of all, iron gets hot slowly and gets cold very slowly. What happens? The egg gets overcooked. You turn off the heat, the eggs continues to cooking, and you're gonna come up with overcooked eggs. So, not so good. If you have a copper one, that is great. If you don't have copper, you can use enamelware, something that will get hot easily and that will cool fast. In this case, copper would do. Secondly, many of the recipes just use olive oil. You should definitely have butter, guys. I don't know what happened to the French influence in all those recipes. That is really interesting. A bit of butter and a bit of olive oil is a must.
Never cook this with vegetable oil.
A vegetable oil would be an insult, yeah. I'm going to use butter in a few different ways, you're gonna see, and it increases the taste. Third, if you don't have onions, you don't need to use them. Oh, as you can see, it gets hot really fast. I'm going to use one diced onion. I already have it here. I'm going to put mid-sized onion. What I'm going to do with the onion is quite different. As you can see what I did, I wanted the onion to get its share of the butter and the oil. So each piece got the butter and the onion. Now, at this point, I'm going to add a bit of salt here. When the salt gets in to the cells, it will break the cells a bit. And secondly, onion has a lot of sugary taste in it. When it gets caramelized and brown, we get that great taste from that. I want to take that sweetness out of the onion while frying, and it won't do it if I just fry it openly like this. To do that, as I make sure that it gets all the share of the oil, I close the lid for about 3-4 minutes, huh?
Are you gonna put sugar in?
No, by just closing, it's gonna create an environment of kind of like boiling, but it's not gonna boil. It's gonna take its sugar out without first browning, because it's gonna be too fast and it's gonna brown without taking its nice sugary taste out. So this way, it's gonna be in a hammam, and my dearest onions are gonna release their sugary taste out. I'm going to reduce the heat a bit. Meanwhile, some people use it, some people don't. If it's a dinner, I would use it. If it's a breakfast, I might not have. 2 large garlics. If you're not really great with garlic, use just 1. Crush the garlic a bit. This also helps for her to release its juices, and I'm going to dice it that way. If you don't like that garlic in your teeth, you can put a bit of salt and crush it that way, but I want that garlic feeling as an individual working in my dish, so I'm going to add it with very small chunks. It's not a puree, it's a bit chunky. So, as you can see, the onion starts to change its color a bit and starts to smell already gorgeous.
How's our mouth gonna smell with onion and...
When onion and garlic is cooked, you don't have that vulgar smell. So, this is gonna cook 1 or 1.5 minutes more. We move to the peppers. Normally, in, again, many of the recipes, you're gonna see red pepper. In Turkey, we have something called menemen. We have a very nice recipe on the channel. When you use this kind of pepper, we're also gonna use the onion. The dish becomes really, really too sweet. So I don't like using the red one, but I prefer the green. You can use both, but I have 10 choices. For 10 times, I would use the green. I used to throw away the seeds. It would have made it a bit bitter, but I don't anymore because I think we need to eat all the food that the world brings to our plate. So, roughly dice my peppers. Again, a pepper, which is lost in translation, still good for us. She's with us too. Okay, look at this. It wasn't like this before. The onion became see-through. The onion soaked the butter first, and now it's giving it out as well. It's important for it to give it out. That's how we understand the onion is ready. We need that oil so that the peppers also get that taste. Now, we close the lid again. For a few minutes, as you can see, the heat is big, but it's on the smallest. From 1 to 9, it's in 1. It's just simmering. Then, normally, people use canned tomatoes. They have this canny feeling and it's not so nice. You can dice your tomatoes and use it. Even better, one higher version of it is peel your tomatoes and then use it that way. What is the difference? When the peel of a tomato is like this, when cooked, it becomes round like this and it gets into your mouth. You have to chew it a bit more. Because we're making it perfectly, I'm going to eat my peels and use the tomatoes without the skin on. As you can see, the colors are now looking great. Now, I'm going to add my tomatoes. Again, why I'm not just pureeing the tomatoes but dicing them? That's really important. If I just puree the tomatoes, they wouldn't have the chance to fry. Now I'm going to increase the heat a bit. I make sure that the oil and the onion and the pepper get together around the tomatoes. It's like caramelization, Maillard reaction. The edges are gonna fry a bit and increase its taste. It's eventually give its water away. But first, before giving its water away, I'm going to heat it in such a way, it's like searing the meat. It's kind of searing the tomatoes for a while and then making the puree by cooking it. At this point, adding a bit of salt again is too important. Why? This is for the taste. Take the taste out of the tomato, pepper. If you add it last minute, you have the salty feeling. You think that the food is salty, but the taste of the food is not great. Adding salt in the middle or the beginning helps to increase the flavor. My tomatoes got its share of the heat. I close the lid now. Turn the heat a bit little. For 4 to 5 minutes, they are going to simmer. And then we're gonna rock the world. We have a sad news to share with you guys. Our US store on Amazon is closing down. There we have this beautiful gönibol tea glass, the knife,
and our triangular shish skewers.
You can buy it just with one click and it's gonna be in your home for a small amount of time. Then the store will be totally closed. So this is the last chance. If you're interested in buying any of these, it's unfortunately last chances. And I think the prices are also good.
Yeah, they will be down. Because we are closing, there will be a good discount. So it's a chance for you. Use it. Or you can always come here and buy.
I have another question.
Okay.
Is it for just US or can someone buy from Mexico or Canada?
You can buy, but there's an extra fee.
Okay.
Check it out.
Now, as you can see, it had bubbled away and tomatoes are very soft. In few minutes this happens. Now some spices. A bit of cumin. If it's for the breakfast, you can reduce the cumin. A bit of thyme. And if you are a heat lover, you can put some red pepper. In Turkey, in that menemen, we don't use spices like this. The spices make it more like a main dish. Now, yeah, I can do this with a fork, but if you have this potato masher, that would also be very good. This gives away a bit of water. When that tasty water is mixed with the egg whites, they will make the egg whites great. Before I put my eggs, I would like to check whether my onions are done, whether my tomato is done as well. So I'll have a look. Oh, so good. With the canned tomatoes, it's impossible to get this taste, and the butter is very essential. We have this skinny Furkan. He doesn't taste the food. Like, it's our biggest fight. While making the food, you should always taste it. Come baby! Skinny Furkan, gel bakalım.
Çok lezzetli.
Thank you. This taste is so good, it has to be like dippable. Good. Now, you might think that it's a bit watery, but it's gonna evaporate eventually. We're gonna have some holes here. 4 or 5 eggs maybe. I'll turn off the heat. Why? To be able to put my eggs properly. Oh. Very important, don't crack the egg on an edge. It's easier, I know, but do it on a straight surface like this. And also crack it close to the food as much as possible. Put some salt, but not to the yolks, but to the white parts, because they don't have any salt. A bit of salt is good. Without poking the yellow, I am mixing the white parts with my shakshuka mixture, like this. I turn on the heat again. I'm going to cook just 1.5 minutes. Lid closed. I don't want to make it more. Why? I don't want like this whiteness to cover my eggs too much. So I just want the heat to get really high first and then take the lid off. This way my egg yolks are going to be creamy like a Hollandaise sauce and the whites are going to be totally cooked. 1.5 minutes is done. I take it off. As you can see, it starts to already change color. I don't want it to change color more. Simmeringly. Now I'm going to cook. This way now it looks very watery, but this is taste. We're gonna dip our bread to this incredibleness. So, all good. Still watery. That is incredible. We like that. A bit of pepper on top, black pepper, and some coriander if you are a coriander person. If not, parsley could do.
Or you can grate some cheese on top.
Some beyaz peynir, which is unfortunately in the world just known as feta. But when you come to Turkey, please try. Direct translation is white cheese. A little different than feta. Incredible. So, this is ready to eat. How do we eat this? We can directly eat it from the pan. Sharing is always good. On a dinner table, on a breakfast table. If you eat it from the middle, you also take care of each other. If I'm with Burak and Bahar, did they get their share? Did I overeaten? Or all those things are good for human psychology, to think about others. I think it's very, very important. So, Bahar.
There's a man behind you.
There's a man behind me. Okay, that's Inan. Because it was Ramadan, he wasn't able to eat anything. Now it's over. He can eat it freely and you can come and eat. Now, something that you can eat.
Yes.
Oh, these are mussels.
Yes, there.
Good. Hope you enjoy. Are you ready for this?
Oh, it smells wonderful. This is menemen.
This is the biggest discussion that we are having at the back.
Very delicious.
Very delicious. Very
And,
good.
and I like eating this really day, night, midday, anytime.
So this is it, guys. You know what to do. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share the recipes that you like on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on Instagram with your loved ones. Turkey is going through hard days, hard times, as the world also. Good people should support each other, I believe so. Your support means a lot. Lots of love. Take care.